are really kind of mean, I think, I just, I was a fender bender. And then I'll be honest, I'm gonna tell y'all something else about this car accident. This car accident, y'all, I chased after him. And then I thought to myself, as they ran through the red light about to kill somebody from avoiding me, and a fender bender, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to catch these folks, right? I think I'm just going to let them keep on down, ease on down the road. I think that's what Ms Tracey's going to do. But I was not a happy camper. And honestly, it really affects my spirit for several days. So I haven't even been out of the house except for let Tinkerbell out and walk her around the block. But nevertheless, I'm back. I'm okay. I am blessed. I gave myself several hugs on the rest of the week. Yep. That felt good just to do that again. Okay, y'all. I am ready to get this party started. And hopefully you are as well. And if you guys are watching with little people in the audience with you, not watching, but you're reading along with us, please bow, please. Oh, please. Type in their names. That's right, because they are crazy these days. And I thought to myself, now, Ms Tracey, you can't fight. I don't know why you're trying to catch these people. But it was so much shock and awe in my head. And I couldn't see the license plate. So that's what I was really trying to catch up, was to get a picture of the license plates. But even still, they could have been, it could have turned out a completely different way. So thank you for your prayers and everything, y'all, because, it really bothered me. But, my company took care of me. I took the rest of the week off. And, sometimes you got to do that. Self-care, right? I do my hugs. I might as well do that one more time. Yes. So, all right. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Hi, Ashley. Hey, is that my neighbor? Good to see you. Yes. Good to see you. So I've got a plethora of books today. And hi, Jamie. Thank you very much for watching, tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Hi, Crystal. Hey, Ashley. Yeah. Oh, and I know we're watching on the Facebook page for the I See Me bookstore, and they are having something. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I am going to check. They've got a big to-do going on. And I don't know if I've mentioned, but throughout the summer, and I think until school actually starts up, they are having, they give away free food, enough for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for children. Now, your family may not need it, but I'm sure your children know some children who have their family is food poor, if you will. So please get that information. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to look it up really quick. I See Me. If you go to their website, you guys, you can see what they're talking about there, about their food share and the days and the times. I'm trying to see if he sent me a text and a flyer. Oh, look at this book. Oh, I'm looking at their website, y'all. ICme.com. Oh my gosh, look at this. It says Black Boy Joy, edited by Kwame Mbalia. I can't see the title of it, but I bet this is by my favorite. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I cannot wait to read that to you guys. I cannot wait. 17 stories celebrating Black boyhood. Oh, and Simone breaks all the rules. Oh my gosh. This is what happens. Hi, Janie. Every single time I go to their website and I'm like, oh, look at that book. Look at that book. They have so many great books for adults too, you guys. Okay. Do y'all remember? I got so distracted with the book. I forgot what I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to look up the information. I could get it off my phone, but I'm afraid to because I may lose the connection. Because I need to get better about this thing. Okay. All right. Promise. I will not be all this janky. So I'm looking for their little doohickey. They've got an event. They have an event coming up. They have an event coming up, and I meant to look it up before I got on, but anyway, y'all just go to the website. They have an event coming up. I'm gonna try. Oh, I know what. Maybe I can go to their website on their I See Me Facebook page. How about that? Let's see if that'll work. Okay, let's see. Nope, it's giving me the same Facebook.com. I See Me. There we go. Let's try that. Maybe that will bring up the flyer that I'm looking for, and I can give you this quick little information. Then we can read some stories. Okay, really quick. I'm going to find this. I'm going to find it. Well, while I'm fooling around on their Facebook page, I can show you that I can tell you that right now they have a lot of times if you've missed, oh, look, Books and Bros. There was an interview. They've got an interview there for Books and Bros on there. So they got a lot of great content on there. And let's see. They've got some information about the Olympics and the back to school fair that I missed yesterday. Yeah, I just was not trying to do nothing. I just wasn't. I was protecting myself from the world. Okay. I hear and see everything. Well, that was one of the announcements, was the back to school fair where they were giving away stuff. Anyway, go to their website. I can't find it. Nevertheless, okay, here we go. Can you guys hear me okay? Everybody, hi, Christina. Good to see you. Good to have you aboard. You guys, please do me a favor if you haven't already, and it's going to come backwards, but read to me, Ms Tracey is my YouTube channel, and I'm up to 600, maybe 700 subscribers, and I appreciate you all if you've already done that. You can like, share, and subscribe as well. Okay, so I've got a really cool book, and it's called A Fist for Joe Louis and Me. I love the illustrations in this book, and hopefully you will as well, okay? All right, here we go. This book is written, let me see if I can turn the camera just a smidge. This book is written by Trinka Hakes Noble, and the illustrations are drawn by Nicole Tadgell. All right, here we go. Ooh, it got dark really quick here in St. Louis. I think it's about to storm. All right, let's see. A Fist for Joe Louis and Me, Ms Tracey. Every Friday after he came home from working the auto plant, my father gave me a boxing lesson. Keep your fist up, Gordy, he'd say, holding up his big, strong hands like targets. Then, after dinner, we'd listen to the Friday night fights on the radio. Everyone did in Detroit, especially when Joe Louis was boxing. Detroit made two things: great boxers and cars. Millions and millions of cars. But when the Great Depression came, people stopped buying cars. Times got hard in Detroit, but we still had Joe Louis in our corner. Can you guys see that okay? Or is it too much glare? Let me see if I can turn this down a little bit. It's the extra light that's... Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah. Oh, it is. Can you guys hear the thunder? If you're in St. Louis, can you hear it? Hey, Janie. Okay. By 1937, there was talk of war with Nazi Germany. That fall, my father lost his job, and his big, strong hands turned into tense, clenched fists. So my mother started sewing for Mr. Rubenstein, a tailor. The Rubensteins had fled from Nazi Germany so they would be safe. It's not much money, she said, but it will keep us in groceries. On Mondays, Mr. Rubenstein and his son, Ira, delivered pieces of sewing to my mother. Gordy, you and Ira go out and play. Mr. Rubenstein and I need to go over this work. Ira was the new kid in my class. I'd never played with him, so I asked, "What do you want to play, Ira?" Ira looked down and shuffled his feet. "Boxing," he answered shyly. "Boxing?" I asked, surprised. "What do you know about boxing?" Everyone in Detroit knew about boxing, but Ira hadn't been here long. "Not much, but I listen to the Friday night fights with my father. Our favorite boxer is Joe Louis." Again, I was surprised. We listened too, at least we used to. After my father lost his job, he lost interest in boxing and the Friday night fights. "First of all, Ira, it's Joe Louis, not Joseph Louis. Detroit is Joe Louis's hometown. He got his start here. Detroit is Joe Louis, and Joe Louis is Detroit, okay? Now, put up your dukes." I almost said, "Oh, wait," he says, excuse me, "Dukes? What are dukes?" asked Ira. I almost said, "Oh, come on. Everyone knows what dukes are." But I could tell by the serious look on Ira's face, he didn't know. "Your fist, Ira. Put up your fist." I was taller than Ira, and my hands were big like my father's. When I put up my fist just to show Ira, he jumped back. Are you going to hit me?" "Oh, gosh, no. Ira, I've never hit anyone before in my life." Gordy, steel, and iron Ira. From then on, when Mr. Rubenstein delivered sewing, Ira and I would pretend to box out in the back alley behind the garage. I showed Ira how to bob and weave and protect his face. Sometimes Ira got to be Joe Louis, and sometimes I did. Then Ira would have to be Max Schmeling, the German, Joe's biggest opponent. We'd spar and bob and weave, then throw fake punches and act out pretend knockouts. Pew! We'd make the sounds like the cheering crowds. "Yeah! Got him, Joe! Don't get him!" We never really hit each other. One day I said, "Ira, we need to make up some boxing names." Ira grinned. "Okay, I'll be Iron Ira, and you can be Gordy Steel." "Yeah!" I laughed. "We're iron and steel, tough and strong, just like Detroit." Ira laughed too. Now it felt like Ira had always been a Detroit kid, like me. Oh, sorry, Ms. Teresa. My whole chest is covered. I'm sorry. I just have my shoulders out. Okay, then one day at school during recess, Nikki Benkowski started picking on Ira. And thank you for calling me a young woman. I'm 53 years old, but thank you anyway, Ms. Teresa. Thank you for your input. Calling him skinny and puny. Nikki was older and bigger than both of us. At first, Ira ignored him, but Nikki wouldn't stop. He shoved Ira, then, wait, did I skip something? I think I skipped a page. Hold on. I sure did. Sorry about that. Okay, from then on, when Mr. Rubenstein delivered sewing, Ira and I would pretend to box out in the back alley behind the garage. I showed Ira how to bob and weave and protect his face. Now, wait a minute. I did read that part. Miss Teresa, you got me all discombobulated. Then one day at school during recess, Nikki Benkowski started picking on Ira, calling him skinny and puny. Nikki was older and bigger than both of us. At first, Ira ignored him, but Nikki wouldn't stop, usually as bullies don't. He shoved Ira, and then it happened. Ira turned and put up his dukes. Nikki laughed, but Ira didn't back down. No, Ira, don't, I shouted. He'll flatten you. Just then, a teacher came out on the playground, so Nikki backed down. Watch your back, you skinny little punk. We got unfinished business. I wondered then, has anyone ever yelled at Joe Louis like that? What would he do? That spring, Detroit was rainy and gloomy, which matched my father's face. When Mr. Rubenstein and Ira came, my father would disappear into the kitchen. It bothered him that he was still out of work and my mother was paying for more than groceries now. One day, Mr. Rubenstein followed him and started talking about boxing. How about that Joseph Louis? Huh? Yes. And this rematch with the German Max Schmeling. They're saying the German is superior and Louis can't win. They're calling it the fight of the century. But it feels like a fight between America and Nazi Germany, no? My father looked surprised. You know about this fight? Plenty I know, Mr. Rubenstein said. My people and your people, we have much in common, Mr. Williams. This fight is for us too. I didn't know what Mr. Rubenstein was talking about, but my father did. It's for all of us, he said, as he stood and reached out his big hand. Mr. Rubenstein reached out his hand too. I wasn't sure, but their handshake felt important, like reaching across something far greater than our kitchen tables. After that, we never missed the Friday night fights on the radio. They were building up to the rematch between Joe Louis and Max Schmeling for the World Heavyweight Championship. It was so important they were holding it in Yankee Stadium on June 22nd. I couldn't wait. But that day after school, Nikki Benkowski cornered Ira and me in the back alley. Immediately, Ira put up his dukes. Thank you, Miss Maxine. Thank you very much. That was what I was thinking. Okay. Anyway, I know about it. Anyway, I knew Joe Louis wouldn't let Ira go it alone. Sometimes, did I read this page? Hold on, y'all. Got me on discombobulated. Okay, I did read it. No, did I? I feel like there's another page there. Oh, wait a minute. I did skip a page. Okay. We never missed the Friday night fights on the radio. And they were building up. Okay, I read that part, but what I didn't read was this page. Got it. Okay, I'm back. But that day after school, Nikki Benkowski cornered Ira and me in the back alley. Immediately, Ira put up his dukes. Okay, now we're ready for this page. I know Joe Louis wouldn't let Ira go it alone. Sometimes you have to do the right thing, even if you don't want to. So I stepped in front of Ira and put up my dukes. Okay, Gordy, you want to go first? I can whip both of you easy. Nicky was big and clumsy, and he came at me like a bull and took a swing, but I bobbed. Nicky almost lost his balance. It seemed I could hear Joe Lewis's voice in my ear. That's it, Gordy. Keep him off balance. Tire him out. Unfortunately, I've never really had a fight. Well, maybe one, but it didn't go so well for her. Anyway, but sometimes I try to back out of a fight, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't know how, but I began to dance around Nicky, bobbing and weaving, and Nicky whirled around trying to hit me. But I kept it up faster and faster. By now, Nicky was panting and throwing wild punches, his red face scowling at me. But Joe's voice was calm. Be patient, Gordy. Wait, then take your best shot. You'll only get one, so make it count. I didn't know if I had a best shot, but whatever I had, it would be for Ira and me. So I took a deep breath. Take one with me. And threw a punch. Swoosh! I must have caught Nicky off balance because he went sprawling face down. Slowly he got to his knees, spitting out dirt. Lucky punch, kid, he sputtered, then stumbled off. Ira held my fist up in the air. Gordy Steele, the winner! But I didn't feel like a winner. I felt sick inside, and for a moment, I wondered if Joe Lewis ever did too. That night, Mr. Rubenstein and Ira came to our house. Gordy, look who's here, my father said. Please, come in. We've got the radio tuned in to the big fight. Ira and I stretched out on the floor with a big bowl of popcorn. That sounds good right now. It'd be kind of good to eat some popcorn while we're reading this story. Over the radio, the ringside announcer was shouting above the roar of the crowd. Then, clang, went the bell. Clang, 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 clang. And Joe Lewis is in the corner of the ring. Max is going around him. Lewis with the old 1, 2, first a left, and then a right. We all jumped to our feet, popcorn spilling everywhere. Lewis fights desperately to bring up a left to the jaw and a right to the body. Schmeling is down. 5, 6, 7, 8. The fight is over on a technical knockout. Max Schmeling is beaten in 1 round. We burst into cheers. They don't call that the Joe the Brown Bomber for nothing, shouted my father. Later, Ira and I slipped outside to the back alley. The street light had just come on, so we shadow boxed against the garage wall. That night, we both got to be Joe Lewis, the Brown Bomber, the champ. Dun, 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 dun. That's Rocky, but I don't know any Joe Lewis music. Anyway, when our father came outside, Mr. Rubenstein took Ira's hand. Time to go home, son, he said. My father reached for my hand, too. Then he shook Mr. Rubenstein's hand goodbye. And for a moment, the 4 of us just stood there, hand in hand, quietly connected. That night, I felt as strong as Joe Lewis. The fight of the century had lasted only 2 minutes and 4 seconds. But I knew it would be with Ira and me for the rest of our lives. And here's the author's note. And hey, guys, there's a good picture. Wait, let's see. Can you see it? There it is. There's a good picture of Joe Lewis right there. with his boxing gloves on. And let's see, who's this? This is Max Schmeling, his opponent right there. That's Max Schmeling, and that's Joe Louis. And this is Joe Louis here. Cool. He's kind of handsome, isn't he? So it says, here's the author's note. I'll read it to you, okay? It says, in the heart of Detroit, displayed in a plexiglass case in Cobo Center, sits an unassuming bronze boxing glove. Underneath is a sign that reads, the glove that floored Nazi Germany. Through the generosity of Michigan Jewish Sports Hall of Fame, Fred and Marguerite Ginyard. I first saw this boxing glove some years ago when I was attending a Michigan. I do not like thunder. Did y'all hear that? So scary. But well, my plants need rain, but it's still, when it's a big boom and it shakes the whole house, it's kind of scary. But anyway, Tinkerbell will keep me safe, right, Tink? She's going back to sleep. Anyway, when I realized that it was the very same boxing glove that Joe Louis wore when he knocked out German boxer Max Schmeling in the fight of the century in 1938, I was floored. In fact, I couldn't move. I was so captivated by Joe Louis's boxing glove. That fight stood for so much more than just the World Heavyweight Championship title. Millions of people around the world listened to the radio broadcast of that fight. When Joe Louis knocked out Max Schmeling in the very first round, it gave the world hope. During the dark days of the Great Depression and the coming World War II with Nazi Germany. I knew I had to write a story for young readers like you about the importance of this event. Joe Louis Barrow was born in rural Alabama, one of 8 children. He moved to Detroit in 1926 when he was a boy of 12, during the first Great Migration north, and it must have been hard for him to adjust to a big city, but his mother was a stable and loving influence on Joe, and she taught him to always do the right thing. So I wove these 2 elements into my story, being a new kid in Detroit and doing the right thing. From my Michigan childhood, I fondly remembered trips to Detroit for family outings and school events, so I made the city a character in my story too. Joe Louis held the World Heavyweight Championship title longer than any other fighter, making him a boxing legend. Not only did he become a symbol for the city of Detroit, he was an American icon for the whole world. Later, Joe Louis and Max Schmeling became friends and remained close for the rest of their lives. Joe Louis was a true American hero. That story, A Fist for Joe Louis and Me, by Trinka, Hakes, Noble, and illustrated by Nicole Tadgell. Yes, right, Picard. I know, right? Yes, I love that story. Thank you so much for reading it with me. Oh, got it at the I See Me bookstore, and you can too. Okay. All right, y'all. I've got another couple stories, and since I started late, I'll go ahead and finish the stories that I picked out for us to read today. So that was a story about some boys. So let's do. All right, I'm feeling a little subconscious right now. So I tell you what, give me really quick 2 seconds. I'm going to step away. You guys get a little juice or a quick snack. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a little something to put on my shoulders. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Okay, how's that? All right. I don't want to offend anyone, especially when we're reading stories, because the stories that we choose and we read at the I See Me bookstore and the Read to Me Ms Tracey channel are very important to our boys and girls, right? So, thank you, Miss Janie. Thank you so much. All right. Hi, Miss Vanessa. Hi, Yolanda. And I don't know if I missed anybody while I was reading the story. Hey, Maxine. Good to see you. Hello. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, if what I'm wearing is distracting, I don't want to be the distraction. I want the focus to be on the books and the stories and the lessons being taught in the books, right? All right. Peace be with you all. Okay. Are you eating candy without me? And this book is written by Draga, Jenny Malesevic, and illustrated by Charlotte Brujin. I think the little character is so cute. I love her little cute. Oh, thank you very much, you guys. Truly. All righty. I'm amazing because God made me that way, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, it's time to talk. We've been thinking about this quite a lot. I love their big, bold eyes. They're so cute. With you, every day is an adventure. We always have so much fun. Dun, 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 riding our bikes, dun, 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 right. We're going fast down the hill. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like these pages are so thick, which is good because they can rip easily, right? I know that you are busy and sometimes you're in a rush. I wonder, what do you do without me? Do all the rules still apply when I'm not home? Be neat. Don't chew with your mouth open. Be kind to others. Okay, well, those are good rules to follow even when no one else is looking. Do you like to give advice when I'm not around? Let's all pitch in. Be safe. Stay focused. Do you tell other people what to do? Don't pick your nose. Ew. Eat all your veggies. No playing ball inside. Those are all good rules too. Or, we got the grandma, the mom, the uncle, the dad. I wonder what the kids think that they're doing when they're not around. Let's read the story and find out. Do you go to fancy parties with ice cream, cake, and ponies? Ooh, look at this. They're all riding ponies and eating cake and ice cream. Ooh. Or do you climb every tree until you get to the top? That's going to be fun. And look, these are sugar trees. They've got nothing but candy and lollipops. Do you have any trees like that on your block? Do you dress up in bright costumes and pretend you're in a play? Ooh, that could be fun too. Yes. His costume is an ice cream cone. And here's another piece of candy. And Romeo and Juliet. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? How'd I do? Or are you jumping on trampolines? Bong, 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 bong. But what I really want to know, really want to know is, why is this? The cat has a sock on its tail. What other weird stuff can you see in this? Oh my goodness, Grandma is jumping up on trampolines and jumping out of her clothes. Are you eating candy without me? Woo! Now, one good thing about this, I probably would be eating candy, but only gummy bears. And there's one specific kind that I love. It is just so sinful. It's in the white bag, and it's the red thing is Albanese. And the ultimate, it's got ultimate in gold letters. Baby, them things. Oh, they're so good. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to go out in the car and get them right after story time because I deserve it. That's my secret guilty pleasure. They're so good. Don't y'all be sending me no gummy bears. Don't do it. Don't you dare do it. My waistline is already suffering enough for the present addiction that I have. I got one of them big old 6-pound bags. And I just stuff my face in the bag. It's not pretty. I'm not proud of myself. Don't judge me. Are you filling your mouth with gumdrops? Are you swimming in a chocolate fountain? Are you swinging on vines made of licorice? Are you blowing the world's biggest bubbles of bubble gum? I know you're not because you think about me all day long. You hope that I'm safe and happy, that I ate my greens, and that I care about others. And I know that you would never eat candy without me. They're reading a bedtime story and tucking her in, tucking all their kids in. Right? Oh, look at them. They are eating candy after they put the kiddos to bed. That's cute. This is Are You Eating Candy Without Me? And this is by Draga, Jenny Malesevic, and illustrated by Charlotte Brujin. And if you did happen to meet or miss any of the story time or whatever, I usually will go back. You can always go back to the Facebook I See Me Facebook page, and I usually will put the titles of the book as well as like the link on the I See Me bookstore website where you can order the book and have it delivered to you. Or if I can't, I try to support local bookstores before I go to the big bookstores or like Amazon. Even for my adult books, I try to order them from the local bookstores. And I implore you to please go to their website, search for a book that you like. Maybe, look at some of the old videos that we've done. So there you have it. Okay. And order them from them. Okay. Now, here is, you guys, this has quite a few pages, but I think it's an important book to read right now. So I'll read it. It's called Not My Idea. I got this from the I See Me bookstore. It's a book about whiteness, and it's written and illustrated by Anastasia Higginbotham. Okay? Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody. Sarah said hi. Hi, Tanya Thompson Winters. Hello. And then Picard, I said hi. Vanessa, Janie. Hey, Candace. Thank you so much. Let's see. And thank you, Picard. And Sheila. Fallon, hello. The missing puzzle piece. It may be at the, if you send it to the bookstore, well, I'll tell you what, Fallon, send me an email to Ms Tracey at gmail.com. Here, it's probably gonna be backwards, but that's my Gmail. Send me your phone number and we'll talk, okay? And so there you go. Okay, Not My Idea. Read Ms Tracey. Oh, okay, you did. Okay. All right. All righty. We'll talk, okay? Just send me your phone number and I'll give you a call this evening. Okay. In a 1993 interview, Toni Morrison, who is an African-American female author, said about racism in America, white people have a very, very serious problem, and they should start thinking about what they can do about it. She added, take me out of it. Those words landed in me as a direct command. I made this book for my own white sons with help from their teachers and mine. It's dedicated to the Brooklyn Free School, where my family was first called upon to engage with whiteness in order to dismantle white supremacy. Deepest thanks to all of these people. Okay. When grown-ups try to hide scary things from kids, oh no, not again. What, Mom? What not again? It's usually because they're scared too. Who is that with their hands up? Why is that policeman screaming at him? Bang, 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 bang. They want to bury the truth. It's this remote control turning the television off. You don't need to worry about this. You're safe, understand? No. Our family is kind to everyone. We don't see color. Deep down, we all know color matters. There's a gun, there's a hand, and there's two hands up. You're welcome, Fallon. Skin color makes a difference in how the world sees you and in how you see the world. I want to bring my aunt a gift. This will only take a minute. It makes a difference in how security and how much trouble seems to find you or let you be. In stores, in cars, on sidewalks, at school, your skin color affects the most ordinary daily experience, including which neighborhoods welcome you, so wait a minute, hold on. I think I skipped a page. Oh, come on, Tracy. Yeah. No, I didn't. Which page welcomes you? Okay, here we go. So relieved you got here safely. Well, why wouldn't we? They're blocking the road. Marchers came to demand justice for unarmed African American. They demand an end to killings across the nation, part of a shameful pattern that is claimed the lives, particularly of young men of color. Marchers referenced past victims and video taken by a bystander. That was the news report coming off the television there. Breaking news, family speaks out about police shooting. You may get the message that racism is happening only to Black and brown people. Racism is a white person's problem, and we are all caught up in it. I can't watch the news. That police officer was just doing his job. Mostly by refusing to look at it. You can face this. Come away from the TV now. Look, I made your favorite. Racial justice, we must step up. Understanding the truth takes courage, especially a painful truth about your own people and your own family. Are you all right? Can you guys see? Does her face look okay? Does she look happy or does she look sad? Does she look worried? What do you think about that picture? Even people you love may behave in ways that show they think they are the good ones. Someone's locking the door just because they're passing by a young Black person. Racism was not your idea, and you don't need to defend it. You can bring your curiosity to learn about it and see that it is true. I'll be over here if you need me, okay? One of my favorite places, they went to the library, not library, library. See, I love the library. Our shared history. In the United States of America, white people have committed outrageous crimes against Black people for 400 years. All along, every step of the way, people who love justice and love each other have been fighting back. Many white people did things they never should have done. Bank loans denied opportunities, denied housing, notice of eviction, denied voting rights, voter registration test, parts A, B, C, pages 1 through 4, and sections 1 through 20. Many other white people failed to see the problem with this. Exploited the love and labor of Black women. These choices put wealth and power into whites' hands, homes, and neighborhoods. Yes, ma'am. Some white people joined the leaders of Black liberation. Liberation equals love and freedom. Julian Bond and members of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee in 1963, Angelina Grimke and Sarah Grimke in 1838, abolitionists, suffragists, and sisters. Nina Simone, 1967. You remember, boys and girls, we read a story about Miss Nina Simone, the singer. Nuns and fellow marchers on the Selma to Montgomery March in 1965. John Lewis and fellow demonstrators kneel in 1962. Colin Kaepernick in 2017. Racism is still happening. It keeps changing and keeps being the same. Hi, Miss Valerie. Hey, Ganelle. And yet, just being here, alive in this moment, you have a chance to care about this, to connect. Yep, you too. But connecting means opening, and opening sometimes feels like breaking. This is true. Mom, I don't feel so good. Uh-oh, should I pull over? I need to know what's going on. Well, what are you talking about? Why didn't anyone teach me real history? I do see color. I see yours, mine, and everybody's. You can't hide what's right in front of me. I know that what that police officer did was wrong. I know that. This is the conversation between the little person and their mom. Go with your instincts on this one. Racial justice is possible. Okay, geez, you don't have to yell. But only if we're honest with each other and ourselves. Out of the mouths of babes, right? I see a playground over there. Want to get some air? Yes! Your history's not all written yet. What do you want it to say? What do you want your history to say? The end. Want to know whose liberations you are fighting for? Your own. White supremacy has been lying to kids for centuries. White supremacy is pretend, but the consequences are for real. They are dangerous, and the truth is much simpler. Not dangerous. Whiteness is not a bad deal. Whiteness is a bad deal. It always was. Dude, we can see your pointy tail. Contract. Binding you to whiteness, you get Stolen land, stolen riches, special favors. Whiteness gets to mess endlessly with the lives of your friends, neighbors, loved ones, and all fellow humans of color. Your soul, signed below. Look at this. Pointy tail, horns, money. For the purpose of profit, land, riches, and favors may be revoked at any time for any reason. You can be white without signing on to whiteness. Juliet Hampton Morgan, do not mess with me. She was born in 1914 and died in 1957. Miss Juliet Hampton Morgan was a white librarian who fought for racial justice in Montgomery, Alabama. When Juliet was riding the bus and the white driver would refuse to pick up a black bus rider, even after he collected their fare, you mean to tell me you collect somebody's money and then refuse to give them a ride? Now, is that right? That's not right. Juliet would pull the emergency cord and raise HE double hockey sticks until the driver did his job. This was an act of love for herself and for the community in which she belonged. What she did is called disrupting white supremacy. Grow justice inside yourself like a bean sprouting in milk cartons. What if it dies? Plant it again. Strong internal sense of justice will not fail you, even when a lack of justice in the world does. Just like that person. Well, I'll finish this after this. Innocence is overrated. Knowledge is power. Color this in and get some, grow wise, make history. Some people who should be alive in this moment are not, and that hurts. Write their names here. Well, not in this book because this one's going back to the ICD bookstore, but if you get this book for yourself, you and your kids, yes, the activity page, right, Ms. Fallon? Write their names here and draw them a picture. Show what's in you, even if you feel sad or angry or very sad and very angry. This paper absorbs tears. And if it's joy that you feel, let it flow. Ordinary terrible things. Dark clouds are just ordinary terrible things. That story is called, yes, Ms. Fallon, I agree. This is a very powerful message. Not My Idea, a story about whiteness, written and illustrated by Anastasia Higginbotham. I really, really like this story. Yeah, love it a lot. Got it at the ICD bookstore, and you can too. You know, one of the things that I love to, like the story like the story was just talking about. Just because they are children do not mean that they don't know and understand what's going on. Or maybe they don't understand and they really want to understand. Taking the time to speak to children because they're going to talk about it at the playground or, they may or may not hear about it, but you don't want false information being dispelled, right? Or having them make up their own minds. They have opinions, but it's good to talk about it, right? And it's good to talk about it and hearing them, not just you talking to them. But stories like this one really do help children understand. And ICD Bookstore has a plethora of books on this very subject. We'll probably read, like we have Niño by Yuyo Morales. We have A Girl Like Me, The World Is Not a Rectangle, about an architect who is Hispanic, right? I mean, there's all kinds of diversity issues that are written about because these are real, you guys are real live human beings. You have so many varied stories. Yes, Yes, Fallon, that would be an excellent way because I mean sometimes these kids they have things on their minds. I remember as a young person remembering stories being told to me in third and fourth grade about issues like this, about whiteness, blackness, and injustice. And in my heart, it may not have been directly happening to me, but I was feeling something and not really able to express that. So being able to talk about these things is very important. Right. Okay. I think I have time. Oh, battery's dead. I think I have time for one more story. Let's see. I don't know if we got a chance to read this one last time. I don't think we did. Let's see. High five, fist bumping at her. I don't think we read this one last time. I think I wanted to, and I set it out. Okay, yep, we're going to do it. We're going to read this one. Okay, so we're talking about cleaning up our hearts and our minds, and now our community. Rocket says clean up by Nathan Bryon and illustrated by Dapo Adeola. And this is a cute story. I love the braids and the twists. I love that. Okay. Rocket is determined to clean up the beach. Come on. Turn the page, Ms Tracey. I need some of that sticky stuff, but I don't want to ruin the books because I want you guys to be able to buy them later. Okay. I can't sleep tonight. I'm too excited because tomorrow, me, my mom, and my big brother Jamal are going on vacation to see my Grammy and Grampy. It feels as though we've been packing forever, but now we're ready to go. And by the way, did you see big brother Jamal? Look at him on the cell phone. Typical. I'm gonna be fist bumping with the turtle, dancing with the dolphin, and high-fiving an octopus, and surfing the waves like an awesome Imani Wilmot. Did you know Imani Wilmot created the first female surf competition in Jamaica? But you know it now. Oh, thank you, Janie. I love doing this. It allows me to release my inner goofy. Okay. As soon as we arrive, I give my Grammy and Grampy a huge hug. Oh, man, I miss hugging my Grammy and Grampy. An animal sanctuary. Is that a hawk or is that a parrot? That sounds more like I don't know what kind of bird that sounds like. But I don't think parrots do that. They don't. Polly, want a cracker? Anyway. All right. Pretty pictures. I love the colors in here, right? My grandparents are the best. They run whale watching tours and have an animal sanctuary behind their house. What? They are pretty cool grandparents. I can't wait to help. Grampy tells me we never touch wild animals unless they need to be rescued or cared for. Keep that in mind. There's a little lesson right there, boys and girls. Unless they need help, don't touch a wild animal. But first, it's time to serve. My Grammy is really good. Are you kidding me? Her grandma is surfing? What the what? Then Mom and I built a huge sand castle. Oh no! Baby turtle has washed up on shore, all tangled in plastic. Man, people, put the trash in the trash cans. You're on the beach. Don't throw the trash in the... What a shame. What a shame. I pick her up gently and take her to Grammy and Grandpa. And they can fix this. Grammy says she will try her best and takes her back to the sanctuary. Oh, look at the poor turtle. Plastic has ruined these islands, Rocket, says Grandpa sadly. We save as many creatures as we can, but some stay away. People used to come here to see the whales, but we haven't spotted a whale in a long time. He leads me down the beach. It feels as though there is more plastic than there is sand. Look at all of this trash. Humans did that. I feel really, really sad. We need to do something. But what? Bye, Janie. Thank you. The next day at the beach, there are people playing in the sand, swimming in the sea, and eating popsicles. But all I notice now is the plastic. Surely they do too. I need to let everyone know. Look at that. All kind of bottles and stuff. Why don't they pick it up too? Did you know whales eat the plastic and it makes them sick? Did you know nearly half the trash in the sea comes directly from careless people? Did you know there are over 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic in the ocean? Now you know that doesn't belong there. Soon we have lots of new friends who want to help. Yes! Good job! As the day goes on, more and more people join, and we spend the whole day cleaning up the beach. Even Jamal helps. Where's Jamal? He's on his phone, but he's helping nonetheless. The cleanup crew is amazing. And soon the beach is clean. Ms Tracey is so silly. Yes! But now, what will we do with all the plastic we collected? Teresa, part of the cleanup crew, has a brilliant idea. Ding! My mom is an artist. Maybe we could get her to create something out of it. Yes! Oh, wow. Teresa's mom makes awesome bins for trash out of the trash we collected. And the cleanup crew makes the front page of the newspaper and the TV news. No one will forget why we need to clean up. Everyone on the island wants clean beaches. Everyone on the island wants clean water. Everyone on the island wants to bring back the whales. The next day, Grammy and Grampy have a barbecue for the whole cleanup crew. The smell of Grammy's special sauce wafts around the island. And best of all, while everyone's talking and laughing and eating, Grampy and I released the turtle we rescued back into the sea and watched as she swims away. She's all better now. Oh, cute. And I just know one day the whales will come back. Did you know one day you are going to change the world, Rocket? Now, Rocket did help, and just by doing something and caring for her environment, but here's ways that you, boys and girls, and moms and dads, aunts and uncles, teachers, and whoever else, if you care about your community, you may not live by a beach, but I bet you lived on a block just like Ms Tracey's, and I get sick and tired of picking up everybody else's trash, but it's my block, And just because I didn't put the trash there does not mean I can walk by it. I just pick it up, put it in the trash, right? Okay, so here's what we can do to help in our communities. Here's how you can help clean up the beaches and the streets. Reduce the plastic you use by switching to reusable water bottles, bringing your own bags to the grocery store, and avoiding plastic straws and utensils. Go organic with your sunscreen. Lots of chemicals in the sunscreens that aren't organic can harm wildlife when they wash off your skin into the ocean. Dispose of your trash properly. Separate it carefully for recycling and rinse plastic things so they can be processed by recycling plants. For more information on why plastic in the ocean is such a problem and what else you there in the back, you over there, and you under there too, you can help, you can fix it. You can visit MontereyBayAquarium.org//conservation and science /our priorities ocean plastic pollution. Have your grown-ups visit plasticpollutioncoalition.org. Right. Hey, Candace, thank you. That book was by Nathan Bryon and Dapo Adeola. And Rocket says, clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so like I said, I like to release my inner Goofy. This book was called Rocket Says Clean Up. I got it at the I See Me bookstore, and you can too. Now, for some of you guys that were coming in a little bit later, I have a YouTube channel where I do simultaneously, as I have been here, I also simultaneously will read these stories there on the I See Me bookstore page, as well as the Read to Me, Ms Tracey at YouTube. So either way, you can always go back there and look at them on the I See Me bookstore Facebook page, or you can go to my website. And I also hope that you go to the YouTube channel and like it, share it, and subscribe it, right? Awesome. And even if you're giving me fashion tips, please do. Whatever I need to, I can stand it to make and improve the show and improve the presentation. I am not afraid of constructive criticism, okay? So thank you so much. But I prefer if you would email me. That's okay too. But thank you very much for you guys for tuning in. And please go over to the YouTube page for Read to Me, Ms Tracey. Notice it's a number 2. Me, Ms Tracey, and I spelled my Tracey the right way. And if you go to the YouTube channel, Read to Me, Ms Tracey, I'll also be inputting the links to the books that we read so that you can go to the I See Me bookstore page and order it online if you're not in the St. Louis metropolitan area. Please go to their website, iseeme.com. And then please also like, share, and subscribe the Read to Me, Ms Tracey channel. But you can always go in. I'll have the link where you can go and buy the book. And please support local bookstores. Give yourselves a hug. Yes! Give yourself a hug. Oh, that feels so good. When you're having a good day or a bad day, please give yourself a hug. It's your daily vitamin. Thank you very much, everybody. I want to say hi to everybody that checked in. Let's see. Miss Candace, thank you very much. Andrea, Janie, Fallon. Don't forget to text me or, email me. Sarah, Gaynell, I love that name. Valerie, Fallon, Sheila Davis, Maxine, Picard, Candace, Vanessa Reed, my cousin, Tanya, hey y'all, Maxine, let's see, who else? Teresa, let's see, Chris Chandler, Ashley, Christina, and let's see, who else? Crystal, and let's see, Jamie. Hi there. Angel, thank you very much. Lowell. And I think I have everybody, right? Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you. I really, really do. If you have any other books that you want me to read, I will be happy to do so. Please, inbox me in the YouTube channel, or you can also do it at the Ice Me Bookstore. But it's better to do it directly if you're trying to give a message to me. Read to me, Ms Tracey. All righty. All right, my gummy bears are calling me. I'm out of here. Thank you, everyone. Have a great and blessed week. I holla.